Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are at. Hope you're on a fantastic day. It's SoulSaint here, and I'm joined by the big monster himself, Big Poppad Drock. Drock, how you doing today, man?
What's up, bro? What's up?
We're doing
well,
great.
Man. How about yourself?
Yeah, doing fantastic. Now that I got my friend here, you know, we're looking like we're having a great time here. I gotta admit, I was actually I'm honored. Let me just say this first and foremost. I'm very honored to have you as one of the captains for the free-to-play challenge. I feel like this whole free-to-play thing has really opened the door for me to just, hey, you know, let's do something together. And you happily obliged. So just big appreciation your way, man, for taking the time aside to you know, bro out me, for lack of better words.
Oh, dude, the feeling is 100% mutual, and I couldn't agree with you more. Like, the funniest thing too is I didn't even sign up for the free-to-play challenge. one of my viewers submitted my name.
Hey, no way.
And then Saf like reached out to me, and I was like, "Wait, what's going on here? I'm like, wait, am I in this?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, we got you as a captain." I was like, "Okay, I guess I'm a captain now." And so it was like I wasn't gonna do it, and it's been the best decision I ever could have made because I've met so many awesome content creators like yourself, and also just really opened up an opportunity to get to collab with other amazing creators like what we're doing right now. So thank you so much for having me on the channel, dude. I'm stoked to be here.
Let's go. Okay.
Yeah.
So you I think a lot of people who kind of already know me, they know that like the energy's always up to an 11, and I've had the chance to watch you on some of your videos, and like big PvP as a focus, right? I think that's one of your big things, and I could tell like he's up there with me. So I was like, yo, the scream along is gonna be easily like it's up there in terms of energy. So I love it.
Yeah, I'm definitely known for not being quiet.
Yeah,
like
same,
that, you know?
Same. Somebody was like hitting me up with like, I mentioned this to you earlier before we started, the whole noise gate. It's like, y'all gotta introduce you to noise gates, man. You peaking.
Oh yeah. I blow the noise gate out constantly. Oh
yeah. So just in case though, because there may be a lot of people who are not exposed to who is the Big Poppad Drock himself. So let me ask you a question, man. Like, who are you and how did you get into raid, man? You know, hit us with it.
Yeah, man, it's a crazy story. I'll give you the kind of a abridged version, but basically I was a TV actor for a long time in New York, and I did TV shows, TV commercials, video games, all sorts of stuff. So I had like a nice working actor's career, and then I moved to LA at like the worst possible time in February 2020. And everything shut down for COVID like a week after I got there. It was the end of the month, and I was in LA, and I was like, oh my God, what do I do? And so I couldn't do acting stuff, and I just ended up starting to stream, and I streamed mostly COD and Warzone. And I got a sponsored stream on my Twitch for Raid Shadow Legends, and that was there you go. Like, you know what I mean? Next thing I know, I'm an ultra Kraken who has absurd champion and does like ultra high level live arena. But that's pretty much how it started. I did a sponsored stream. I loved the game, fell in love with it, and now 3 years later, here we are. So it's been kind of a crazy journey.
You know, it's funny you say that because I actually had the exact same experience. I've been playing like other games. Like I was big into MOBAs, very competitive, you know, competing against pro players on the Smite scene. I don't know if you're familiar with Smite, as well as a couple other games, you know, just dabbling with, right? And, you know, we got hit up with the opportunity for Raid sponsorship, and we took it, and next thing you know, a couple weeks went by, a couple months went by. Then we got a second sponsorship with them, and then after that, I was like, all right, I'm addicted. Let's go. You know, we kind of went for it.
Dude, so accurate, because literally that's exactly what went down. I was like, oh, they got me.
Yeah,
Plarium got me. They sucked me in.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Best return on investment for them of all time from that sponsor stream. So yeah. We share that in common for sure.
Heck yeah. So it's really cool to see. I wanted to pick your brain about some stuff, man. Like, for example, I guess you talked about like live arena being a big specialty of yours, and I think that's really, really cool, right? Like, so I'm hoping that like maybe I can get like a quick little bit as a part of your introductory to show yourself, you know, show your skills and show your mettle in this. Hit me with some preferable favorite champions you like to use inside of live arena.
Man, it's a great question. Like, I think the thing with the meta right now in live arena is that you're kind of locked into certain choices because of mostly because of polymorph, but you know, which we can talk about at some point. But you know, I will say I loved him when he was introduced. I still love him now. He's the glass cannon. He's my boy. He's Georgian. You know what I mean? He's Georgian. Like, it's just there's something about nuking an entire team out of nowhere and just managing to keep him alive, because I've got mine in triple reaction that it just gets my blood flowing, you know what I mean? So Georgia would be up there for me, and then probably, I mean, like the champions I use all the time are obviously Taurus, Marichka, Sifi.
Yeah.
But I love when I get to bust them out, which is pretty rare nowadays, but I still got a really soft spot for Kymar too. Like I really like Kymar. I
Wow.
just
Oh, wow. Okay.
don't get to use him as much because he's becomes a sheep basically immediately. So you know, he's sitting in the vault for it now, for at least for Live Arena.
I actually heard some people tried some alternative approaches to him. Instead of like being like the super fast, they go like a high resistance build to like counterbalance against like other lockout champions like Yumiko, for example. And yeah, that's an interesting knot. I'm still on the hunt for a Kymar, believe it or not. So you know,
no,
yeah, I'm unlucky on that one.
Have one?
No, I don't.
Oh, my bro. Oh man,
I don't.
I'm manifesting good luck for you.
Oh,
You
I'll
deserve a
take
Kymar,
it.
bro.
I'll take it. We need it. But to complement your statement, believe it or not, when I told you about like my progression going up in the live arena right now, one of my biggest assets right now, I just recently got during this last 10x 2x event, was Georgian himself. So I'm actually, I'm a Georgian enjoyer too, man. But I will say,
right?
oh my God, it's game changing. It's so good, you know. I went from like coping with like Yannicka, for example, to upgrading to like Xena and Sun Wukong when he came out, and I slowly teetered my way. And then when not Terrace, but Georgia came out as an option, I was like, yeah, we got to go for it. We got to go for it. And sure enough, we struck gold, so it was really good there, you know.
He's awesome. He's awesome. He's so good. I'm happy that you got him. That's big.
Yeah, me too, man. Thank you. Same to you as well. Wow. Not that you need it. You got to go. You got some good stuff over there.
I got the one champion I don't have that I desperately want though is that lizard, man. I want that freaking lizard, bro.
So word on the block is he's the big problem, man, because he's like two things in one. You know, being a big, massive damage dealer, but also lockout too.
Yeah, he's broken. He's straight up. They've introduced a couple champions recently that I'm like, oh man, I think they were out of their mind putting this in the game. But now that they're in the game, I'm like, dude, I have got to get him because he enables so much in live arena in terms of being able to counter so many different things like shields, etc. He's just, I honestly think he's the best nuker in the game right now, even in some cases better than Taurus or Georgia because of the ability to lock out. Like he's just terrifying.
Yeah, I can see it.
So good.
I could see it. That's crazy. All right. Well, I think if I was going to toss my knot in there just to give you like an idea, something else I have that's in the barrel here. I like to compliment my Georgia with one of the best protectors in the game, in my opinion, and that is Necrid himself. I think that's my personal PvP like favorite. It feels so much better having him on your side than going against him. I can tell you that right now. And I really like him personally as like one of my top picks. He's actually one of my go-tos. So yeah,
he's
man.
Incredible. He's incredible. So I totally can see where you're coming from. He's so good.
Yeah, for sure. So how was the free experience for you, man, so far? I feel like you kind of been like, I would say amongst some of the other creators, and I would even dare say myself too, as like an underdog approach. You know, we're all conditioned to think that like, oh, Drock is one of those guys that only knows the power of the credit card or the power of the wallet, for lack of better words. But to be honest with you, I've been commenting on some of your videos as you've been talking about your free to play experience, and I'm like, I'm on your tail, but I'm not ahead of you. So it's like, yo, he's doing pretty good. You know, we like to see it.
You know, I think what's interesting is that I wasn't sure going into this how it would be in terms of I wasn't like initially going to do it at all. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. And the thing about me is like anything I do, I try to do 100%. And,
yeah, I'm with you.
You know, free to play has been refreshing. It has been so refreshing. There's no polymorph. It's all about like the grind. And the thing is, like, I've made massive mistakes already on my free-to-play account. I spent gems that I shouldn't have. That was a huge mistake. Like, you know, things that I've learned that I don't have to think about normally, I've certainly done that have like held me back a little bit. But the exciting thing is, bro, I'm competing, man. I'm on almost every leaderboard, dude.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah,
that's been awesome because I think a lot of people who've seen my content have this perspective of me as just being a credit card warrior.
Right.
Like, they haven't seen a lot of my content. And I think what's nice about free to play is, yeah, someone might see my strategies in live arena that helps explain why I'm more than just my wallet, right? But what's great about free to play is now I get to demonstrate that in a different way because I'm not a PvE guy. It's not the thing I enjoy about the game. I am a PvP monster. That's what I have enjoyed. And so this is like stretching a completely different muscle. And I've really, really gotten to like it and have enjoyed making content for it. And also what's great is that people have enjoyed watching it. So it's been great, dude. I don't know. What about you? Have you enjoyed it?
Honestly, to be honest with you, and this is going to sound funny, we're going to have to take ourselves out of the game for a second here, but just having the opportunity to, like, this was like my gateway into just, like, instead of just blindly reaching out, I was like, hey, Drock, come hang out with me for a second. I want to talk to you. It's more like, okay, this is a thing that we can kind of band together and really talk, just in like collab in a sense, and that's opened the door for a lot of other people too as well. Like I have other people that are in the conversation talks, and it's like normally we're all in our own little worlds and we're doing our thing, and next thing you know, this opportunity has created like this overcast of where we have like this correlating experience where we can kind of like share it and experience. So really, really dope. And it's also, to put it back into the game, it's a great validating experience for not only me, but it sounds like yourself too. It's funny. To really kind of showcase that, like, yo, what our mindsets are about this this game, and the cases that we make, and the plateaus and the stages that we stand on when it comes to our opinions about things. It's grounded in some kind of foundational knowledge that gives us a better understanding. It gives perspective, which really kind of opens the dynamic of this game up for players, you know? And it's like, yo, this is why I do what I do, because it makes sense to do it this way. And then, you know, we show it in application, and people are like, you know what? He's onto it. I've had so many people tell me, and I'm not sure about you, but like so many people have been watching me as I play the free-to-play, whether it's live stream or through my videos. They're like, man, you're so much more further ahead than I am. What am I doing wrong? And it's like, well, it's more about like understanding this, you know, like, and then you just see the eyes open up and they're like, yeah, I got you. You know, it feels good.
Yeah,
it's good, you know?
I would completely agree with all of that. I think what's nice is that it gives you an opportunity to do more educational content, which is always fun and like helpful for the community. And then and on that note, I totally agree. Like it's the free-to-play challenge, and I gotta like tip my cap to Hades, but just the format of having captains and like having people on your team and other creators. Like the beautiful thing about Raid, the best part about Raid, in my opinion, is the community. It's the people that play the game that make me excited to fire it up. It's the people you interact with on your stream or in your YouTube or whatever else. And to have the opportunity to work with other creators as well, not just viewers, but also to work with other creators and get to meet them and know more about them. And this is a prime example. Like that's such a fulfilling part of doing this. So I'm really happy that I signed up, and I think you are as well.
Yeah, well, you know, you got voluntold, I volunteered, but you know, that's the only difference. I heard about it.
Big difference when I got that message from Sap. And
he's like, you're it, by the way. Strap up.
Okay, let's do it. Let's win, or try to, because these teams are really good. Like, there's some really talented creators in this thing for sure.
I guess I'll change it up and flip the script on you for a second here. What is the most recent big accolade that you've acquired? I don't know if you've done a recent video or you're in the process of it, but a quick little short little answer about what is the biggest, like, yo, this is the next thing that's going to be kind of surprising for people on the account.
On the free-to-play account?
Yeah, on the free-to-play.
Man, that's tough. I mean, I just got to 2 6-star champions, I think, a couple days ago, so that was a really big milestone for sure. But I would say probably at this point, I'm about to unlock Hydra, literally probably tonight.
Ooh.
So that's a really big one, and I should like have the resources to make another 3rd star, like a 3rd 6-star, basically by the end of today or tomorrow if I want to. But I'm not going to, because I'm very behind on those missions, and they're specific to like doing potion dungeons, which is driving me crazy. So
if only you knew. Dude, you know how? Oh God! You know how we just got 500 energy too? You know how we just got 500 energy? It's all gone. I've been trying for the longest to get this thing done, dude. I've been trying.
It's so hard, bro. It's so hard, and I was stuck on the greater one, not even the superior one. Like, go to your missions again. Like,
I'm at greater as well. I'm greater as well, dude. It's tough.
Oh my God! You're never mind. You're stuck on the same part that I was stuck on.
Yeah.
Bro, I spent 150 energy and I was crying. You spent 500?
I got 36 left of what's remaining. Believe you, we're coping. It's hard.
Oh no.
But I will say this. So I'll share this with you in terms of like some hidden gems down the road. So I did get an Athlon and a Frozen Banshee as a part of some of my champions and pools, right? And I was like, man, I need an answer for like Fire Knight, and like Athel kind of opens that door with the multi-hitter, right? So I was like, you know what? All these blues I'm getting, you know, I have a future use for them. So down the road, even though I have an exponentially unnecessary amount of the smalls and the mediums, we're on our way. You know, it's not looking too bad.
The treasure trove.
Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, with no resources left. I think that's the biggest frustration I have right now.
But that is pain. That is pain, brother.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I hope you get it soon, dude. I hope you get it soon.
Me too. And then I guess the next biggest thing is how are you on the shards? Are you yellowing, or are you kind of playing the more frugal route?
So I was going to save for the next 2x for Ancients, but then I thought about, like, you know, I really could use additional bodies to feed just to keep pushing. So I YOLO'd pretty much everything I have right now. I'd say I've had overall really good shard luck. Like my initial ancient shards were very bad. The first, I didn't get any. I got 2 epics, and they were both horrendous epics. Like one was Seneschal or whatever, who's okay.
Yeah, Seneschal's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm not partial to him either.
He can do some stuff, but he's really not that good. And the other was Necro Hunter, who is just straight up bad. Like he's not like a good. I fed him. I was like, I didn't want to invest in him. I'm feeding him. You know, but then I got a Vogoth pull, and that was massive.
Oh,
so
wow.
Vogoth has like carried me so hard in the early game. He's been so incredible. But I think what I'm going to do, starting probably at the end of this week, is I'm going to start really saving. Trying to get like at least 5, 6, if I can get to 10 shards for like not this week, but I think next week we'll have a 2x ancients. Like
right.
Just like get up to like, you know, at least hopefully 5 to 10 ancient shards. But I should have a pretty good chance of getting there, because by the end of this week I should be really crushing more nightmare campaigns. So, you know, that will help a lot, and just like getting higher level stuff and cooking from there. But yeah, I've YOLO'd every shard to this point. I've YOLO'd them all, bro.
You know, it's funny you say that. I'm actually going to pull this up on the screen real quick for you here. You said Nightmare, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, we gotta see you catch up a little bit there, sir.
That's the power of having a deacon, bro. Enjoy your.
I'm not gonna lie, it is the nicest crutch, and I don't regret getting him so far. Yeah, and I think it's kind of a no-brainer, right? It's a no-brainer.
He's so good at early game progression, and he's good at everything. He's good at arena. He's good at everything. The one like thing that makes me wish I picked him is it would have made progressing so much easier than Mordecai. But the one nice thing about Mordecai is that at least I've got that AoE HP burner like covered for spiders. So
yeah, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that actually. As a matter of fact, I tried doing a little bit more progress on the spider side, and I'm like, this is only going to work up to a certain point, and then it's going to gas out. So I need an answer for it. Now I won't lie, and I'll share with you something that I recently kind of been tinkering with. Oathbound.
Oathbound is good.
The decreased attack.
Underrated.
I agree. So some people put me on him in terms of like City of Centranos, which made a lot of champions really valuable nowadays with like a lot of opportunity in these secret rooms, or basically the equivalent to like all these special rooms. But I was thinking about it from a spider perspective. That termite reducer. I don't have that cold heart yet. I don't have, you know, all the immediate answers. I do have some armigers, but they still got to get brought up to life and whatnot. So like that AoE decrease turn meter by 20%. It's not too bad of an option, you know.
It's not too shabby. But what if I told you that I have a Mordecai and a cold heart?
Oh no! You know what?
Cold heart.
You know what? It's funny you say that, because before we end this video, I saved a void shard just for you, sir. So we're gonna see if you can bring the luck to my account by being present. All right? I got you.
The Kraken in me, baby. You know, void shards is my favorite thing. I got the itch.
Say less. Say less. Yeah, the palms are sweaty, mom spaghetti over here. I'm telling you, man. So I will say this. I definitely have been enjoying the free to play, and I'm hoping that we keep the momentum going. I want to be able to showcase my talents and my my knowledge in the game so far, what I've been able to develop. How long have you been playing this game, if you don't mind me asking?
Just about 3 years. 3 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, 2021 is when I started. Yeah. So not as long as a lot of people who like started in 2020 or 2019, but a pretty decent amount of time. So enough to get in trouble.
Gotcha. Yeah, I gotcha. I think I started, actually, it's going to be funny we say this. I think exactly from right now, a 1 month over, so if we go into February for 1 month, around 22 the 23rd, will be my starting point for Raid, and that will be my second year. So I'm entering my second year here.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
So I'm hoping that as a part of that accolade, you know, we'll hopefully be able to grow a little bit more in terms of like developing the account with the community. And I have to give a second notion to this. I know we're kind of jumping back a little bit, but I have to tell you, you said it perfectly in terms of like the community. I've been in different pockets of the world, you know, World of Warcraft and a lot of other things as a part of a content creator. You know, I've been a streamer for many moons, and I won't lie, it's really hard when you have like a lot of people who are very standoffish or not interested in reciprocating that level of like, you know what, that's the homie, that's the guy, you know, let's do something together, like how it has been so far with me in Raid. I have reached out to so many people and they're like, yeah, let's go, you know, like it's a great experience from a content creator standpoint, as well as, you know, we're all at different points of the game, and everybody's either, you know, you'll get there, or man, I'm having the same problem, I'm with you, or I haven't even gotten there yet, you know. It's great to see that we're all at the end of the day looking at the same picture, just in a different way, you know, and it's really
totally
cool.
agree.
Really
Totally agree with you. And it's so different from a lot of other content that's out there, or communities that are out there. It's awesome. It's the best part of playing this game. For sure.
I only hope they continue to make decisions that are hopefully in the right decision to further complement the community and help it grow. Which brings me to my next question, and I've been looking forward to do this, especially after watching your stream tonight. I was laughing, and I was like, man, it's funny because he shares the same sentiment. But let me ask the question, and then I'll let you go on your tangent. All right?
Okay.
What is your favorite blessing, and why is it polymorph?
Yeah, this is a question. All right. Oh man, polymorph. Everybody knows I love polymorph. That's definitely my favorite blessing. I mean, look, I hate this blessing. It's well known, and there are so many logical reasons why this is one of the worst things they've ever done to the game from an arena creator's perspective. Like, that's what I do. That's up until this. That is what I have done for years, and it's such a bummer to have the one portion of the game that I really enjoy the most get absolutely just destroyed by the most frustrating, RNG laced, just poorly conceived, ill thought out blessing that is polymorph. It is horrendous for the game. It is bad for enjoyment. It is terrible for the arena. I can lay out a million different reasons why, but I'll just say it like this. It's bad because it makes the game way too RNG heavy, number one. And number two, I can't use 90% of the champions that I want to use in battles because I am terrified of them becoming sheep and not being able to function. Like it's also, if you look at the blessing, and you know this, I'll let you cover this, but it's so broken in terms of its strength. It's so overpowered. It's absurd.
It's oppressive is the way I like to put it. And I will further echo your statement, because I'm actually one of those type of people that, as much as because like, if you can't beat it, you have to join. I hate to say it. And I saw what you did at the end of your stream. You may come to regret that, but we'll see in terms of like how long it takes, because that's the thing. I think Player, if anybody wants to give any feedback in terms of Player, my only suggestion is communication is important. We definitely want more communication, but also in addition to that, stability when it comes to the frequency of their updates. You know, I would like to see that when they mention they're going to do something, there's a date that comes along with it, and then it's held up to that standard, right? We heard that there's going to be some changes, and I believe polymorph was discussed as one of those things that they're looking to make some kind of alteration towards. But you know, we're almost done with the first month of the year, which is when they said this balance update's coming, and I've yet to see anything. So
it's been 7 months, Soul, since they announced that they were going to change polymorph.
See, that's even before my time. Yeah,
6 months, 7 months, I don't know. At the minimum 5 months. It's been a long time, and I completely agree with you. It's been one of the more frustrating aspects because we all know it's broken.
Yeah, we
all know it's way overpowered. We all know it needs to be legitimately fixed, and yet here we are 5, 6, 7 months later, and nothing has been done.
Yeah, you know? And I'll echo what you said too. Yeah, I'll echo what you said too in terms of like how one of the things I think this game can pride itself on is the fact that it has diversity. There's more than one way to complete content, right? And amongst that is having a diverse roster. But whenever you introduce a dynamic like Poly, which pretty much neuters the viability of your roster, I could see a lot of people having some frustration with that, including yourself and myself here. And I think that that's the one thing that I would say is probably the most detrimental thing to this game, is that you don't want to ostracize your champions. Like City of Centranos was a good direction for your champion pool, right? But Poly kind of just does the inverse of that, which is you can only use literally this pocket of champions, and that's it.
The way I think of it is, just imagine if PvE had polymorph. Imagine how insanely frustrated you'd be trying to apply any kind of debuff to beat any kind of content. Like, you wouldn't be able to do it. It would be literally impossible. Well, that's what Arena is. That's literally what Arena has become, where every champion has 6-star polymorph, because frankly, that's the best blessing, and it's not even close. No other blessing is in the same world as 6-star polymorph, to where even your Taurus, if you're using him, should have 6-star polymorph. I took polymorph off of my Taurus. Worst decision I ever made for live arena.
Yeah, I saw your matches. Yeah, I was watching. I was like, man, it's rough.
I put it back because it's just like it's not fun to be in that position. So they absolutely have to fix it. And here's the big thing that scares me is I don't think they're gonna fix it the right way. Like, I really don't.
Really?
They're not gonna fix it the right way. I have zero faith.
Wow, that's disheartening to hear, man, for sure. Well, I guess if players so happens to listen to our introductory video to each other, what would be a great way that if you were in the driver's seat of the development team and you were to redesign Poly, what would it look like in your eyes?
Immediately take it out of the game, number one. Let's just start with that.
Okay, create a new blessing then. Yeah,
it was a horrible idea to begin with. You made your money off your soul stones. Now take it out and let us enjoy arena again, please God. That would be the ideal solution. Are they actually going to do that? No, they're not. So here's the thing. It's not enough. The things that I've heard that they've talked about, and this is not enough to just make it to where only one champion can use it and to where it only can proc once per like action, right? Like that's a step in the right direction. That is good. We are moving in the right direction to where now Ramontu, if he's applying 4 debuffs, wouldn't necessarily have 4 individual chances to be polymorph. Okay, good. That's a step in the right direction, but it's not far enough because you can still have up to a quarter, 25% chance if someone has fearsome presence on as a mastery of getting turned into a sheep. That is entirely too high when that sheep debuff is not cleansable, can last up to 2 turns, reduces your health to half so that your champion is basically guaranteed to die, drops your turn meter to 0, and oh, by the way, drops your champion's speed in the sheep form to a paltry 150 when most people in high-level live arena are building champions with 350 for their nukers speed-wise.
Oh my
Literally
God.
350 speed for their nukers. There are a lot of people in high-level arena that is something they've done. I'm not exaggerating. So it's not enough. It's not enough.
I can only imagine.
They've got to change it. It should not drop your health at all. It should not affect your health in any way, shape, or form. It should not last more than 1 turn. Ideally, at most, 1 turn. That's it. And it sure, I'm like, it's making me want to swear. It certainly should
Hey,
not.
let it loose, bro.
It sure as shit should not make your champion 150 speed. It should.
I feel that, yeah.
Like, if you want to drop people's speed, you can drop it like a decreased speed buff. That's it. But a 440 speed Sifi shouldn't be 150 speed because she got turned into a sheep.
Yeah.
Like, that is insane
It hurts
to me.
Yeah, it hurts.
It's
It hurts.
It's so destructive. So, and you know what? I'm gonna go one step further. Only one champion on your team can be poly. I just thought of this right now, and this is brilliant. Plarium, listen to this. Only one champion on your team can actually be polymorphed at a time. Even better. Now I won't have 3 of my champions as stupid sheep for me to herd around and watch them do completely nothing in live arena battles. And Soul, when I'm telling you, it happens every freaking battle, it feels like, in high level arena. It really does, because everybody has got 6-star polymorph in high level arena.
So
there you go.
I'm with you. I'm with
There
you.
it is.
So I'm coming from someone who I've been actually like struggling to find my last final 6-star. Like, for example, I'm still running polymorph even on Duchess, even though she's not 6-star. And I know a lot of people are gonna give me criticism for that because it's not it's still accuracy dependent. But even with it at that level, I have seen some very good successes where like they try to do debuffs on him and then I get a free poly out, and it's like, oh, I won the game. It feels good.
Yeah, you win.
Yeah.
You won. Congratulations.
Yeah, so it's tough. It's tough, man. I guess if I were to kind of like respond, I think I'll go in the direction where you say where you remove it altogether. And if we were to come up with a replacement, you know, one thing I don't notice that a lot of these blessings don't have. You have it for your HP nukers, you have it for your attack nukers, but the defense nukers, a blessing that gives you some good defensive stats on top of like defense plus crit damage. You know, like something that really benefit like defensive nukers, and that might be a little too overpowered. You know, I'll take it. But like something around those lines, or maybe something that you can use as an activated ability in tandem with your champion to help add a little bit of like not oppressive like sheep in a sense, but maybe in a way to like lock out an ability, and it changes the ability instead of, and so you still have your champion in this current capacity, but you may be able to remove one element of it to make it a little bit more interesting as a dynamic. But it's something on a cooldown, you know, just something a little different that's not too RNG placement, something that has a little bit more of a technical strategy to it that players can play into and against, you know, or with and against, you know. So I think something like that would be kind of cool.
I support anything that is not its current form as long as it is absolutely gutted in terms of what it does currently. It is by far the most toxic part of the entire game. So Plarium, if you see this video, please God, set us free. Please get me out of sheep jail and let me enjoy my life once again in high level arena.
Yeah, I feel that. I think that's one of the reasons why we also are enjoying the arena grind. Although, like, I'm trying to catch up to like being able to fight against nothing but yellow pages nowadays in gold. It's the fact that they don't have like crazy amounts of blessings. So like you have a lot more like playability into some of these fights, and it's nice. Yeah. I think that's why.
Absolutely. I miss that. That's the best part of free to play is I'm doing arena battles, and even teams that are stronger than me, I'm not worried about becoming a sheep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I haven't even gone into live arena yet, you know, which obviously will happen at some point on the free to play, but it's just like, it's so much better. It's, oh my God. So fingers crossed, you know, maybe I'm wrong. We'll see, Soul, but you know, come back to me in a month or two whenever they actually finally release this rebalance. And I can't wait to have the conversation where I was like, did I get it right or did I get it right? Because something tells me that's probably what's going to happen. They're just going to change like 2 aspects of it, and they're not going to affect the actual overall power of it because it's just broken.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold you to that. By the way, we'll retcon whenever they do decide to do their whatever the fix is, and then we'll say, was this worth it? And then we can powwow. How about that?
Bring me back on, because I want to be wrong more than anything in my entire life. So let's hope that I'm dead wrong.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. All right, well, I guess that pretty much kind of gives us a little bit of an idea of who Drockman himself is. I want to thank you yet again for hanging out with us, sir. And also tell us where you can find us and some of your different platforms that we can check you out, and I'll make sure they're in the description for our video. So all you guys that are watching, definitely take a look at it and support him. Give him a subscription on his side, maybe even a membership. You know, join the Drock Squad. Or what do you call your community?
I call him the Drock fam. You know what I mean? But
yeah. Keep it family oriented. I like it. All right. Well, support the Drock fam.
Yeah, so I do mostly YouTube and Twitch for streaming. I stream usually a couple times per week, depending on what's going on, and then most of my content's just on YouTube. So they can jump on my YouTube channel, or they can pop in a Twitch stream or a YouTube stream, and I don't know. I'm a pretty friendly dude. I try to respond to as many comments as possible. But just really appreciate you having me on, dude, to share a little bit about myself with your community. And again, a massive thank you to you. And I hope your viewers know how much I appreciate. You've rated my channel now like 4 different times on Twitch. Bring it in. Do you call them the Soul Squad? What do you call them?
I actually call them the Ascended Knights. There's a big premise behind it, but we're very knight oriented, like helmets and all that, and angelic. You know, you catch it.
You can't see it in the background, but there's literally a legitimate medieval knight armor over to my right. Nobody can see it right here, but it's full medieval knight armor that's wearable. So you know,
that's
what I mean?
Cool.
Like, I love knight stuff too. But yeah, thank you for bringing your community by so many times, and I hope your viewers enjoy getting to know a little bit more about me. And we're gonna have to do this the other way around. I want you to get to
I'm down. I'm so down
with my people.
Heck yeah. I'm completely down for it. I would love to be able to do some stuff with you. Maybe show you a little bit of my account too. You know, my little humble beginnings on my main, and you can have a little bit of a laugh at it and whatnot. But yeah, I'm here for it. Okay, well, I'm grateful for you showing respect to little old me. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this this little collab we did together. I'm looking to really get involved with a lot of creators, and I would love to be able to do some more stuff. So maybe as more events come up, maybe as some key things come up. Oh, actually, let me ask you one more question before we get off. The new set. What's your thoughts?
Man,
I'm like half and half with it myself, personally.
Listen, it's too much RNG, bro. They keep introducing more and more RNG in the game. Every gear set has more RNG elements, more RNG, more RNG, more RNG. Dude, I do not want more RNG in the game. It is already absolutely chock full of it. We do not need more RNG. Like, I'm cool with like, hey, additional crit rate, additional speed, like static. Like, if you have these things, it does that.
Okay,
but bro, Taurus can double nuke now? What are we doing?
Oh, I didn't think about the A3 on that. Oh no.
Yeah, Taurus can double nuke now. Taurus has a chance to nuke you twice. Like, that's absurd.
Yeah, we don't want that.
I don't know, dude. They've lost the plot with this kind of stuff is how I feel about it. But, you know, I'm very opinionated. Other people may feel differently. Like, it's nice to have new gear sets, but I just wish there weren't so much RNG in a lot of these gear sets that they're introducing.
Interesting. I didn't think about it that way. So you would actually consider using a set like this for someone like Taurus, even though he has 2 other abilities that are pretty much single target based?
Sure, absolutely, because that A3 is so insanely powerful from an AoE perspective. If you get hit with 2 of those, like, unless you're getting hit, unless somebody's proccing reaction, you know what I mean, or they're in stone skin, who the hell is surviving 2 Taurus nukes back to back?
No, I feel you. You're
not living that. Like, you're done. It's over. You know what I mean? Like,
it's gonna hurt. Yeah.
It's game over. So
I wanted to get your perspective on it. Yeah, that's interesting. You know, that's a different dynamic for it. I was actually kind of partial to the idea of it being like associated to like some AoE type champions. And I guess I could show you this since I don't know if you already know, but one key champion that I'm hoping will actually break me through in terms of some on my free to play account is the Skull Crown. I was like, man, she's nothing but AoE. So like, if I can get a decent set for her in that new set, That's a victory, right? There's no downtime.
Pull you had. You have Deacon and Skullcrown. That is
it's pretty good.
That is disgusting for Arena, bro. You must be shredding in there with that. That is so
Believe
nasty.
it or not, I've actually gone against some full teams in the Gold 1 division where like I didn't think it would do well, and next thing you know, oh, that was easier than I thought. And to be honest with you, she's still not even decked out yet. I'm actually just now starting to invest in her and getting her up and running since I just completed Deacon. So, like, the potential's about to skyrocket, and I'm looking forward to it tremendously whenever I can get around to really sinking my teeth into her.
I'm jealous. Yeah. I'm jealous because she's such a sick arena champ for this level. So congrats to you, dude.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. We got to see some other stuff the action you got going on your side. So if we do so happen to get a video and we're gonna get a link for it, I'll make sure I post it in there too as well, so you can go check out his channel. Guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed this experience. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what do you think about Paulie, since that's one of the big conversation topics we got. How do you feel about the captain Drock himself, or the teams, and how we're doing in the free to play? We're all ears to hear what you got to say, because at the end of the day, we wouldn't be here without you guys, and I want to thank you personally for being here. And with that being said, always remember, stay ascended.